Tetra. Everyone knows that Tetra are tiny, peaceful fish for beginners or small aquariums or even aquascapes. But what if I told you that behind this tiny fish, there's a far bigger secret that might make you blown away? From their bizarre adaptations to who their close relatives are and how important they are in science, there are a lot of fascinating things about Tetra you never heard before. And in this video, you will find out more amazing things about Tetra that's mind-blowing enough to completely change the way you see this fish forever. Welcome to Smal Aquatics, and here are 10 mind-blowing facts about Tetra that's way bigger than the fish itself. When we talk about Tetra, what comes to people's mind? Usually neon Tetra, or maybe cardinal, or amber. But Tetra isn't just referring to one fish, but a whole family. Want to know how many Tetra are there? 20? 40? 60? No. The name Tetra refers to an enormous group of fish. And there are over 700 to 1,000 species of Tetra ever recognized. And that's why you see many kinds of Tetra, such as neon, Congo, and even silver dollar. And yeah, you heard me right. Silver dollar are a part of Tetra family too. And those popular, colorful Tetras that we see at the stores, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And despite all of the diversity, most of them came from the same part of the world. There may have been around 700 to 1,000 species of Tetras, but most of them are from the same spot, South America, especially around the Amazonian basin. That's where most Tetra come from. Many evolve in blackwater rivers, where it's filled with tannins from fallen leaves, creating soft acidic conditions with dim lighting, which explains why Tetra feels more at home in the heavily planted aquariums that's filled with driftwood and subdued lighting. And of course, there's an exception, which is Congo Tetra, that is found in Africa and maybe the only Tetra found there. If you have a neon Tetra, take a close look at their blue stripe. So far, it looks like it has normal blue pigment, right? But actually, if you take a closer look, that glowing blue stripe barely has any blue pigment at all. That blue stripe is actually caused by microscopic, reflective, crystal-like structures that reflects light in a specific way. It gives a mirror-like effect that creates the bright blue stripe we know. Or in simple way, nature is using tiny mirrors to create that blue stripe illusion. Really cool for a fish that's not even bigger than my pinky. What everyone knows about Tetra is that they are just a peaceful community fish and also beginners friendly. And many of them are actually true, but don't let that stigma fool you. Just because they are Tetra, it doesn't say all of them are chill fish. Some species have a different personality, like Serpi Tetra, that are well known for fin nipping, and Buenos Aires Tetra, that loves to treat your plants as salad bar. And some Tetra even took a step further, and that is being more aggressive than many people would expect, which you will find out next. When someone talk about predatory fish, Tetra wouldn't be the fish that comes to mind. But guess what? There are some Tetra that are actually predatory fish, and one of the great examples are the bucktooth Tetra. Instead of chasing their prey, it swims past other fish, have a quick bite, and rips off their scale to eat them. Other examples, Payara, that Amazonian Dracula with massive fangs. They are also a Tetra, and now a fish that's associated with peaceful image that's suitable for beginners, small aquariums, and aquascapes suddenly didn't feel quite accurate anymore. Here's one thing that might be a shock for everyone. Tetra, that we know as a small community fish, is a cousin for the fearsome piranha. Yeah, that's real. They both are from the same Caraciformes order and part of the same evolutionary family tree, which means the fish that we all know as a peaceful, small aquarium fish has a connection with one of the world's infamous freshwater monster fish. And talking about unexpected cousin, so far we've seen that tetras can be predatory fish and have relation to piranha, and that famous blue stripe isn't even blue. And believe it or not, we're just halfway through the video. And if you find this video mind-blowing so far, hit the thumbs up and let's carry on, as there's more mind-blowing stuff about Tetra you never heard before. Most people assume that every Tetra will stay small and perfectly fine in a nano aquarium, which not really true. There are some Tetra that can be quite big, and one of the examples here are silver dollar. And yeah, they are in the Tetra family too. They can reach 6 to 8 inches long, which is totally different than neon Tetra that we know. Plus, it's also not something you wanna fit in a 30-gallon aquascape. And while some Tetra will stay small, some need a bigger aquarium than most people would realize. You may wonder why Tetra school together. Most of you think that the reason they school is for their own safety, right? Which is absolutely true. But that's not the only reason why they are schooling. Scientists discover another fascinating reason why they are schooling. They are not just schooling for their safety, but to save their energy. Swimming behind other fish allows them to take the advantage of tiny currents by other fish to save some energy. So it's not just about survival strategy, but a smart way to save energy. Some Tetra species, like head and tail light Tetras, have one of the most awesome defensive trick in the fish world. Near their tail is a reflective spot that looks so similar to an eye. These fake eyes are the ones that confuses predators that's figuring out which direction this fish is actually facing. If the predator attacks at the wrong spot, the Tetra has a better chance of escaping. Not a bad way to escape predators, and actually, it's quite cool for a tiny fish. Tetra are more than just a popular aquarium fish. They also help scientists answer some of the biggest questions in biology. Mexican Tetra has two forms. One lives in normal river, and the other one lives inside caves, where over 1,000 years, it evolved with little or even no functional eyesight. And because these two Tetras are closely related, scientists studied evolution, genetics, and how animals adapt with extreme environments. Who would have thought a fish we know as an aquascape fish can also help us understand how life evolves. And there you have it, 10 mind-blowing facts about Tetra. And as you can see, there are many big things behind these tiny aquarium fish. And in this video, we learn that Tetra are more than just beginner's fish. They've mastered optical illusion. They are related to piranha, and being a predatory fish, and even knows how to be energy saver swimmers, and even plays an important role in scientific research. There are so many mind-blowing things about this fish that people know very little about them. And that wraps up this video. And so, which fact that amazes you the most? And have you ever heard about these Tetra facts before? Let me know in the comments below, and give this video a thumbs up and share it to a friend if they want to learn more about Tetra. Subscribe if you want to see more fun or helpful fish keeping content, as there are more you don't want to miss here. Thanks for watching, my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.